my friend, I just got back from Costco and I am going to go through everything with you that I got. This is all vegan, most of it is very healthy, and this is gonna feed my family of 3 for the next month or so. There's actually a couple specialty items in here that I think will last us all summer long. Let's go ahead and get right into it. If you've seen my Costco hauls before, you probably know that I almost always get some kind of organic frozen fruit. Even though it is coming into summertime and we have a lot more fresh fruit available, I have noticed that our Costco has not yet put out any organic fresh produce. Like all of the fresh strawberries and blueberries and everything that I saw today were not organic. So I just went ahead and stuck with our usual, which is this organic very berry blend. So this is a blend of organic strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. The price is getting pretty high on this one, but when I compare it to the other local grocery stores, it's still a much better price. I cannot believe how expensive produce is getting these days. Let me know if it is the same in your area. Like, just unbelievable prices, really. Like a little tiny package of fresh organic blueberries is like $8 here. I am just blown away. So I am sticking to frozen for now, just out of convenience. It lasts a little bit longer this way, and it's also going to be a little bit more affordable. So I'm just keeping an eye out for deals on fresh organic produce and keeping this as a backup when I can't find it. So this is honestly really great anywhere you would use fresh berries. Usually we put it in our morning oats, but I also like to defrost it and add it into some vegan yogurt with a little granola on top. My daughter just eats these plain. I just defrost them a bit and let her snack on them. She loves berries. I mean, I'm pretty sure all babies do, but this makes a really great snack for her. And then of course you can also add it into smoothies and even baked recipes, like if you were to do a baked oats, or I've put them in muffins before in lieu of fresh berries, and it works perfectly well. Up next, our other frozen favorite at Costco is this organic corn. My husband eats corn all the time. He is probably the main consumer of this product in our house. He makes noodle soup a lot, even in summer. I know he's one of those weird people who likes to eat soup even when it's really, really hot outside. So this makes it really convenient to just add a couple spoonfuls into his soup when he makes it. And lately I've been adding it into my rice or quinoa just to give a little more vegetable and also a little more flavor in there. I've been using grains as the base of salads lately, so it's nice just to have a little bit of that sweet flavor. And it's really simple to do. You just throw some frozen corn on top of your rice or quinoa when you cook it, and there you have it. You don't even need to do any prep work with this. It is just so convenient. Up next for our frozen items, I have a couple summer special items. I am so excited to try these. This is new to our Costco. I actually haven't seen this brand anywhere here in Toronto. Let me know if you guys have this brand where you are, because I think it's a UK brand and I am really excited to try it. I don't feel like there are a lot of good vegan chicken alternatives. There are a few, of course, like the classics Gardein, and Beyond Meat has one now, but there's not a lot of variety. So I am really excited for another vegan chicken product. This one apparently can be done on the grill. You can barbecue it or you can just do it in your oven. I'm probably gonna do it in our toaster oven so we don't heat up the whole house in summer, but I think this will just be really good to add into salads. I might do some wraps with it as well, and I'm just really excited to try this one. And then up next, I got 2 kinds of burgers. It is summer, it is barbecue season. I find that we go to friends' houses pretty often and need some kind of a burger option to bring to barbecue. So I got 2 different options today. I got this healthier one. This is the sweet potato and black bean burger. I have not seen these at our Costco before. Curious if you guys have it at your Costco as well, but the ingredients seem pretty good on this one. It is black beans, fresh sweet potato, onions, oats, flax, tomatoes, carrots, etc. So I think that I would even feel comfortable feeding a little bit of this to my daughter to see if she likes them, and I think it'll just be a good, healthier option to have. And then these Better Plant burgers we get every year at our Costco. We've been getting them for the last few years. I think they used to be called something else. I'm pretty sure these are the same brand as what used to be called Roadhouse, but don't quote me on that. I just noticed that every summer at our Costco, we get some new kind of less expensive vegan burger option. Like we always have the Beyond Meat at our Costco, but every summer this other option shows up as well. And so I like that it's a little bit less expensive than Beyond Meat, because while we do love them, I do like that Beyond Meat doesn't use any GMO and they don't use any soy products. So if you are looking for a soy-free option, Beyond Meat is totally the way to go. But like I said, this is definitely a cheaper alternative. For this package, you actually get 16 burgers inside. So this will probably last us all summer long for barbecue season. dozen, and I'm pretty sure it was only around $20 for this box. So lots of fun vegan options for this summer. Super excited to try them all. Up next, another new item that I have not seen at our Costco before. It is this organic falafel. This was in the refrigerated section, so these are fresh, and it looks like quite a few pieces in here. So I think that this will make quite a few wraps, and I'll also probably use them just on top of salads. I love falafel. It is really nice to have chickpea patty because you're getting those beans in, but of course something that tastes a little bit better than beans. Like even my husband will eat these and he does not like chickpeas. Plus I like the convenience of not having to make my own. Falafel is a bit of work. I have made them from scratch before and it is not my most favorite thing to make from scratch. So when I see an option like this at Costco, I usually go for it just to have a little bit of that convenience to help me out throughout the week. And then to go with our falafel, of course I had to get my favorite, which is this 2-pack of hummus. I have also made my own hummus from scratch for a long time, but I have a 15-month-old and I honestly just do not have time to make a lot of those usual things from scratch like I used to. Until she's a little bit older and starts helping me in the kitchen, I am more than happy to get these convenience items. So I usually like to eat this, well, I'm gonna eat it with the falafel for sure, but I also like to eat this with pretzel crisps and then of course veggies. If I just put out a tub of this or a few scoops with some veggies, even my husband will come by and just snack on it throughout the day, especially in like the later afternoon, that time between like lunch and dinner when you just are feeling a little snacky. So just a little hack if you're trying to get more people in your family to eat veggies, just leave some of this out with some veggies and it'll be gone in like a few hours. Up next for our fridge items, although sometimes I do also put this in the freezer, is this 5-pack of organic tofu. Our Costco used to carry only 3 packs and now they started carrying this 5-pack. I'm so happy because honestly the price is still really good for this. I have noticed that, like I said, prices are going up everywhere, but even on things like produce and tofu. Now at my regular grocery store, it is like $4 for a block of tofu. It's crazy. So I am so glad that Costco is still carrying this organic option. Tofu is an amazing vegan food. If you don't know what to do with tofu, I'll link a couple videos down below showing how to use it up. I actually have a tofu 101 video coming very soon to show you guys a few more ways on how to use it. But if you don't have any ideas right away, just go ahead and put it in your freezer because once it's defrosted, you can wring out all of the excess water. You don't need a tofu press, and then it soaks up your marinade a lot faster and it just makes the texture a lot more meaty, which I know a lot of people are looking for kind of a meat replacement when they use tofu. I really like it doesn't taste like chicken's tofu chorizo crumble. I've also seen a lot of people doing like tofu slices lately where you take a vegetable peeler and just kind of shave off these really thin pieces, kind of like deli meat style or shawarma style, and then season those and bake them. So lots of really good ideas for tofu. Like I said, I'll link some down below for you. Up next, my other 2 favorite items from Costco that I get almost every single time. Actually, you know what? I haven't been buying the organic spring mix lately. I found that I wasn't going through it fast enough in the winter. I love salads, but in the winter, I just don't crave them as much because it is so cold here. But come summertime, I am eating salads pretty much every day, or at least some kind of a bowl where I can put nice leafy greens on top. So this is really convenient because it's already washed, prepped, and ready to go. That is just one less thing you have to prep yourself, and it just makes me so much more likely to actually eat my greens this way. And you get like some lettuce variety as well. You get a little bit of radicchio, and like I've even seen like arugula and chard leaves in here before. So I love that you get that kind of variety blend of lettuces and you don't have to do any washing or chopping for it. And then of course our other staple is the organic baby spinach, also still $5 at Costco. Such a great price for organic spinach. This is honestly so versatile, and I find that this lasts a lot longer than something like the mixed greens. This will last a couple weeks in my fridge. I don't even have to do anything special to it. You can add a paper towel on top and try and tuck one into the bottom as well, and that soaks up extra moisture. You can do the same thing with the spring mix as well. That is a good hack to make it last a little bit longer, but I honestly find that I don't really need to do that with this one. Plus, this is so versatile. I really like it in smoothies as well as soups. It just really wilts down so much. You can do like a couple huge handfuls and it just honestly melts into your meal. In summer, since we're doing a lot of grain bowls, I usually just put it at the bottom and then pack your quinoa or rice or whatever grain you're using on top and then heat that up. And this spinach will wilt down, and then you're getting a lot of health benefits and nutrition that way without even noticing it. And then the last of the refrigerated items, my splurge, is the organic kombucha. It is summertime. The weather is so hot here, and I just need that afternoon cooling, refreshing drink drink to sip on while I'm getting dinner ready. So like I said in my last haul video, not my absolute favorite flavor or even brand. I really do like the GT's brand of kombucha, but again, for the price, it does hit the craving. But an alternative to this would actually be to make some drinks on your own. Another thing that I really like to do in summer is to make some tea and just keep them in the fridge. Usually for summer, I'll specifically buy fruit teas, and you can mix them with a little bit of lemonade or just keep them plain. But just having that prepped and ready to go cooling drink in the afternoon is so nice in summer. And honestly, you'll find that it saves you money. And now with kombucha, I know I could make my own as well. I think in my last video, a lot of people were like, try making your own. My grandma used to make kombucha herself, and it just seems like a very involved process. Considering I only drink it during summer, I'm okay with buying it and just doing the splurge once in a while. But if you are a very DIY person, you definitely can make your own if that's what you prefer. Up next is the avocado oil spray from Costco. I don't use a lot of oil. I know on this channel, I used to be completely oil-free, and I haven't really talked a lot about my personal oil use just because it kind of fluctuates. Sometimes I do use a bit of oil. Most of the time I don't use a lot when I cook. I just find that it is unnecessary calories. So I do try and avoid it where I can, but occasionally I will use a product like this, which is avocado oil spray. As far as oil goes, I personally prefer avocado oil for things like cooking because it has a higher smoke point. So apparently it's a little bit healthier to use something like this if you are gonna be cooking with it. And I basically just use this to coat my pans if necessary, as well as sometimes occasionally on something that's going into the oven if it does need a little bit of oil to help it crisp up or to help some seasoning stick. There of course will always be oil alternatives if you are 100% completely oil free. Don't feel like you need to buy something like this, but I've just found that personally using oil in moderation has not been a big deal for me, other than at the times when I was really making a concerted effort to lose weight, because it is just basically empty calories. I know that there was recently also an oil debate with a couple of the leading plant-based doctors, but I will link that whole video with the debate in the description box down below, just in case you want to check it out after this. Up next, a couple fresh items, which I don't buy a lot of fresh items at Costco because I usually find that they're a little bit more expensive. So if I am able to go to another grocery store to get them, I usually will, unless there's a really good deal like this watermelon. I could not pass this up because it is watermelon season. It is so nice and refreshing to have this prepped and ready to go in your fridge. My favorite way to cut a watermelon, it's a really simple method. You basically just cut it around the equator and then lengthwise on each half, and then in a crisscross pattern on each half after that. And you get these cute little individual pieces with the rind still on it, which make it really easy to hold. And with this kind of thing, I do find that as with most fruits and veggies, it will get eaten if it is prepped. So go ahead and cut this whole thing up, keep it in your fridge, and just leave a plateful out around snack time, and people will just come by the kitchen and graze on it because it makes such a good snack. And then bananas. Luckily, the price of bananas has not gone up that much overall compared to other produce, because we do eat bananas pretty much every day in our oatmeal. They also, of course, make really great smoothies if you freeze them, or banana ice cream. If you have a food processor, you can just whip up some frozen bananas and make a really creamy dessert that is really nice for summer as well. Up next, these crackers, I am honestly slightly addicted to. They are so tasty. I think I've talked about them in previous hauls. I have to limit how many I buy per year because honestly, I could go through like 2 boxes in a month, I swear. I don't know what it is about them. They kind of remind me of like Goldfish or some other cracker that you would eat plain like that. They are just so good for snacking on by themselves. But of course, if you're going to like a summer barbecue, you could also use these on a platter with some vegan cheese and fruit. They are just so tasty. Up next are nut butter staples. Actually, the peanut butter is a staple for us. We always buy this Kirkland brand creamy peanut butter. I actually wish they had a crunchy flavor. I am a crunchy peanut butter fan. Let me know in the comments, are you team creamy or team crunchy? I personally like the little bits of peanut in there. You get that little crunch. But our Costco always just has the same peanut butter, and we always just end up getting the same one. I do appreciate that it is at least just peanuts as the ingredient. There's no added salt or sugar. So that is one of the reasons that we always just end up getting this one. Oh, storage tip, store your peanut butter upside down so that the oil that is naturally occurring at the top will travel up through the peanut butter and will make it easier to mix. So it is naturally occurring from when you blend the peanuts like that. You're gonna get some oil separation as it sits. So I just store mine in the pantry upside down like this. And then for a little bit of variety, today I got some almond butter as well. I wish our Costco had an organic option for peanut butter and almond butter, but we don't. So I go ahead and just get this one occasionally. I also store it upside down as well. I do just like to have some variety. Sometimes I do get a little tired of peanut butter and it lasts a really long time in the fridge, so I don't have to worry about using it up right away. 2 items left. I got this on a whim just because I saw it, and I have been going through a lot of pasta lately with my daughter and also for myself with pasta salads. That is probably my favorite summer salad, is a good pasta salad. So basically I will just prep a bunch of pasta. I will use it for my daughter for lunches, and then I will also just heat some up myself, add a bunch of veggies on there and a quick little dressing, and you have a really fast and easy lunch once that pasta is prepped and ready to go. So I haven't tried this brand before, but I like that it is organic and I like the pasta shapes that came with it. I've bought like a little combo pack like this from Costco before, and we didn't love all of the shapes that came inside, but this one is fusilli, penne, and little shells. So very excited to try this one. Hopefully it is tasty. And then our last item of the day, organic flour. Now, I know that this looks like a lot of flour. This is what? An 11.34 kg bag, which I think is around 22 pounds. I always forget the conversion math there. But it is quite a bit of flour, and that is because I am so excited that I have resurrected my sourdough starter. It has been dormant for I think around 1.5 years, maybe a little bit longer. I definitely haven't made sourdough since before my daughter was born. So my sourdough starter had just been sitting in the fridge and it was not looking good. I will not even show you guys a picture because it was just that scary looking. But they say you can just pour off the top layer, which is just called hooch, and kind of dig down and take a safe looking piece of starter. You just need a very small amount, and then you feed that with fresh flour and water and kind of regrow your starter. So that's what I have done. I am so excited. I'm gonna start baking again. So yes, this is a lot of flour. I think it'll probably last us about 1 year. It's not like we go through this really quickly, but it is a good quality organic flour and really nice to have on hand for baking. Also for things like pancakes and waffles, I usually use this flour as well. So it's just really nice to have this option at our Costco. So as always, let me know in the comments which of these items you have in your Costco, or if there's a lot of variation. It's always just so fun to compare and see what other people have access to. And then also make sure you check out those links that I mentioned in this video as well.